Hello, I'm Jeff, and this is Some Nerdy Arguments looking at the reveal of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. The trailer was released last night during a special Pokemon presentation that the Pokemon Company gave. Now, there should be something said. This is not necessarily the new Pokemon game we were looking for. That one's still coming next year. But this one is, I guess, as a proof of concept for the next coming game. This is an interesting control style and probably something I should have expected to see with a Switch Pokemon release. I mean, with Pokemon, you only really got 3 buttons that you can use on it. You got your interact button, your menu button, your cancel button, and your control to move. And seeing as you got special throw Pokeball controls in Pokemon Go, it makes sense they would try to do some sort of motion thing with the Joy-Cons. I'm intrigued by the multiplayer here. I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen here, whether it's just going to be someone getting added on, or if it's going to be someone who already has the game and they're welcome on. I don't know. Now this is interesting and seems to get a lot of flack. I don't know. This just looks like a more complex version of the Pokewalker from Soul Silver and Heart Gold. You guys remember that with the little, I guess you would call it like a Tamagotchi sort of thing, where you put your Pokemon in there. Go for a walk with your Pokemon. You can catch other Pokemon. You can feed them, I think. Is that in there? I don't know. I can't remember. But really, that's all I really see about it. I mean, it's going to be a $50 thing, which, I mean, it makes sense that it's not going to be free because it's basically an extra controller that's going to... It's basically something that's going to act as a controller for the game when it releases. And of course, there's going to be more Pokemon games on the Switch, so it's not just going to be for this one set of games that are coming. I guarantee they're going to use it with the release that's coming next year. That's going to be, I think they said it's basically going to be another generation, so we got the Pokemon Yellow remake here and something new next year. Although I think it's a bit overpriced. It's definitely more complicated than the Walker, but it's really more selling on brand right now. And I know some people were a little bit hesitant about the Pokemon Go interaction there. I don't really have much of an issue with it. I mean, it's kind of like when you would plug in the Game Boy Advance games into your DS and you would be able to pull Pokemon from that. That's all I see from that. Looks kind of cool. Gonna be $60. I'm sure people are upset. Whatever. This was a surprise. This is Pokemon Quest. I would say Minecraft-ish, but they don't really look Minecraft-ish. They're just blocky. It's apparently available right now on the Switch, and I'm going to check it out as soon as I get a chance to. And it's coming later this year on mobile devices, and it's free to start. You know, I missed if it's an auto attack thing, or if you're just direct the attacks, or if you're gonna be like fighting in the Pokemon Rumble games, or if it's just gonna be like they showed at the bottom of the screen where you just select the attacks down there. Those special attacks? I don't know. Okay, so you got your base camp where you can do some cooking and designing, and it looks like you can lure some Pokemon to your base camp. I wonder if there's another way to actually catch Pokemon, or if that's the only way. Guess I'll check in a sec. So yeah, a short trailer right there. Doesn't really say a lot, but it's free to start, so you can check it out yourself. Yeah, this is interesting. It's not exactly what we expected. I mean, if you read a lot of the rumors leading up to it, yeah, it probably was what you were expecting for the mainline Switch game, but I mean, the Pokemon Quest game definitely weren't expecting that. But I guess it sort of makes sense to have a spin-off game to lead into the main series game coming later. Although I should say, before the rumors came out, I was definitely expecting a sort of new generation coming out. I definitely wasn't expecting to see a Pokemon Yellow remake. And yes, it is confirmed it is going to be a Pokemon Yellow remake. It's going to be in Kanto. You saw Professor Oak in there for like a second, if that. And there were just a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon in there, in case you missed that. And really, going back to the Pokemon Yellow game, it's interesting that it looks like they're giving you a choice of choosing either Pikachu or Eevee at the beginning, which, if you remember, you really had no choice of Pokemon at the beginning of Pokemon Yellow. You were just given Pikachu, while the other Pokemon taken from you by Blue was Eevee. So it's interesting that not only going back to this, but they're also giving you the option of getting said Eevee. I don't know. I'm excited to play this game. I'm excited to start out with Eevee. I don't know how many other people had this, but it's time for an embarrassing story with Jeff. I actually had a self-insert fan fiction where I started out as a Pokemon trainer and Eevee was my first Pokemon. I never published it or anything. That was more just my own personal self-insert fanfic. And the way that I wrote it was the place I got it from was actually a gym where it was all about evolving yourself as a trainer, and that's why they had Eevees they would give out to young 10-year-olds who were beginning as trainers. Who knows, I might tell you a little bit more about that the next time a Pokemon thing comes out. In the meantime, that was the first look at Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, as well as Pokemon Quest. If you liked what you saw, or if you liked what you heard, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and make sure to ring the bell when you subscribe so that you can be notified about future videos. I'm Jeff from Some Nerdy Arguments, and I'll talk to you later.